Do a deed of simple kindness, though its end you may not see. It may reach like widening ripples down along eternity.
Life experiences took me down, I went down the wrong path. And state got involved and state took my kids away from me.
We serve the youngest population in the community. Despite what goes on in a child's life or anyone's life, kids need to be kids, and they shouldn't have the worries of society to rob them of that.
At the Children's Place, we provide a healing environment. It is a place where we want everyone who walks through that door to feel safe, recognized, wanted, where they believe that they have the capacity to be whoever they want to be.
We work with every aspect of a kid's life.
It offers a safe place for not only these young children, but also for parents.
My two boys, Ryder and Phoenix, came into foster care. Foster care parents, they introduced them to Children's Place, and that's how I came into Children's Place, and teaches me how to cope with all three of them, how to speak with them, focusing much more on my children. Just focusing on my children instead of being all for Denicio, myself. You know, I live for my boys now.
Kids and family units first get here, a lot of times they've been hardened or bristled by something that's happened, and it just makes it really hard for them to connect with others and connect with each other.
I come every Thursday to, have therapy with my sons. They teach me how to father my kids.
What I'm finding as I work with parents is that a lot of them themselves have not been parented.
I had a father growing up, but he was in his own addiction, so it was just ridiculous how I was back in the day.
They're raising their children with the best skills that they have to offer. And until someone comes in and helps them to see a different way, there's not going to be a change.
The changing point is when they took my kids from me. It was time for me to get myself together.
A lot of parents wouldn't get the second chance that they get by coming into the Children's Place. And I'm grateful for that.
The day treatment program is a collection of individuals who come together to make this amazing work happen, but work together to find the best solutions for these children.
We're not a preschool. We are a treatment center for abused and neglected children and their parents. The day treatment program is probably the most visible part of the Children's Place because those are the 5 classrooms that we have.
The Children's Place is very fortunate to have the staff that it has.
They're the most patient, knowledgeable, nurturing people I've ever seen.
As we provide these opportunities early in a child's life, we really save that family a lot of heartache and a lot of financial burden later on.
What we know in young children is when they are victims of abuse or they experience maybe a terrible car accident or maybe somebody very close to them dies, it pauses them. It's very stressful for that young developing brain. And we know that children need extra support during that time.
I think we teachers have to walk a fine line because we know why the kids are here. We know what challenges they went through. But then when they come in the classroom, you have to separate that from expectations because our goal is to help them move on to another preschool or Head Start or even kindergarten. So we've got to get them ready while we have them. So I love you. I know what you've gone through. But now we got to learn our colors and our shapes, and we got to understand the concept of counting, and we got to be able to do this and that.
What I see after, we do therapy or after we work through processing some of those hard things that have happened is that they soften.
We start to see, silly little kids. They start to tease. And when a child can tease a grown-up, that's a sense of safety. I can do something and I know you're not gonna hurt me or scare me. So we watch these children become little problem solvers. They become creative. And that is an amazing experience to be part of that journey.
I mean, they have opened my boys' eyes up wide, including myself. They opened my eyes up wide to show me what a parent is and how to cope with my boys and, teach them how to become a man.
We get to be a part of these children's stories for a very particular moment in time. I like to think that, this really made a difference, and now this child's able to have friendships and play nicely at school and get along with their teachers.
We see the power of the human spirit, and we get to be a part of helping that expand and grow.
There's nothing that pertains to a kid that the Children's Place is not prepared to work with.
We get to help be a part of a bigger story.
We all work together to create change. It's like throwing a pebble in the water, and there are rings that emerge from that. We never know where one person's influence can create a ring of change.
My kids changed really by their personal attitudes toward life in general. I mean, with me, with themselves, with each other. They're young still, but they're teaching them how to become themselves. All three of my boys, they were like encapsulated with themselves. They wouldn't open up. Now they will speak to any and everybody. Without the Children's Place, I would be lost trying to be a father. I probably wouldn't even have my kids. Children's Place has changed my kids dramatically, man. I mean, dramatically, and I'm proud of it. I am, man. It makes me happy. It makes me very happy.